Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Story number 70, and the title is Allah saved baby Musa. Allah saved baby Musa. Baby Musa, he was born in a very tough time. That year when he was born was the year that Pharaoh, he made the rule that all the baby boys born in children of Israel, they will be killed, they will be slaughtered. So he was born in that year. Pharaoh's armies, spies, secret agents, nurses, government employees, they were searching house by house. If there was any secret birth even, they were searching. And some parents, they used to hide their babies. But these nurses, they used to go with different techniques to find out whether there was any baby hidden unknown. For example, one technique was they used to take another baby, pinch the baby to make the baby cry. So when the cry of a baby was heard by the hidden baby in the house, he used to also cry. Then they used to take away and give the baby boy to the slaughterer, and they used to slaughter them. Musa alayhi salam was born in that kind of crucial time. His mother was hiding him, and she was very worried. She was very worried about the life of her baby boy. But Allah's plan was to keep him alive. Despite all the professional measure taken by Pharaoh government, Allah wanted to keep him alive, and this brief story is about how Allah saved baby Musa. So let us go to a chapter in Quran to find some of the aspects about this story. We go to chapter 20 and we start from verse 37. Allah says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَيْكَ مَرَّةً أُخْرَى. O Musa, indeed, we have truly granted a favor on you another time. So Allah saved him from being killed. So Allah is referring that as Allah's favor, because there was no way that Musa's mother, Musa himself, or the family could save him from that danger. Only it was Allah's power and Allah's safety and protection that saved him. So Allah is referring as a big favor. إِذْ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمِّكَ يَا مُوسَى. When we sent by inspiration to your mother the message saying, أن اقذفيه في التابوت. Put the child, baby Musa, in a chest, in a wooden box. فَاقْذِفِيهِ فِي الْيَمِّ, and then put the chest into the river. فَلْيُلْقِهِ الْيَمُّ بِالسَّاحِلِ يَأْخُذْهُ عَدُوٌّ لِّي وَعَدُوٌّ لَّهُ. And then the river will put the chest on the bank, and there will be taken up by one who is an enemy of you, an enemy of me. وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مُحَبَّةً مِّنِّي, and I placed love over you, O Musa. وَلِتُصْنَعَ عَلَى عَيْنِي, so this way you may be brought up under my eye. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired in Musa's mother, أَنِقْذِفِيهِ فِي التَّابُوتِ, that put your baby into a tabut, a wooden box, and then فَقْذِفِيهِ فِي الْيَمِّ, and put the wooden box into the river. That river is the Nile River. So she used to tie this box up with a rope, and she used to tie the other end with something on the bank. She was hiding, but one day she was worried for something and she forgot to tie it up. And according to Allah's plan, the current of the river took the chest near the palace, Pharaoh's palace. And then also according to Allah's inspiration, Allah's plan, that يَأْخُذُهُ عَدُوٌّ لِّي وَعَدُوٌّ لَّهُ. According to Allah's plan, that he will be picked up by your enemy and my enemy. Allah is referring to Pharaoh, because Pharaoh is Musa alayhi salam's enemy, because Pharaoh was looking for him. Some fortune teller told him that there will be a boy born in the family of children of Israel, and in his hand you are going to be finished. From that fear, Pharaoh was killing all the baby boys. So he was Musa alayhi salam's enemy, and Adu, also Aduullah, Allah's enemy. Why? Because Pharaoh was not following Allah's command. He was disobeying Allah, and he was creating problem. He was practicing cruelty. He was practicing inhumanity. He was violating human right and the rights Allah has fixed for each other, for one another. He was not respecting them. So what happened? The chest or the box was taken by the current, near the palace of Pharaoh. So some maid servant, they saw it, they picked it up, they took it to the palace and they took it to Pharaoh's wife. And then she saw the baby. When she saw the baby, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had done something that is extraordinary, that is no one can do. And this is what Allah is saying. وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مُحَبَّةً مِّنِّي. O Musa, I placed love over you from me. So Allah bestowed, Allah sent a loveliness in Musa alayhi salam. A loveliness, and that loveliness in a ordinary baby, but he was extraordinary. You can imagine the loveliness in a baby is so powerful that it can win any heart. So powerful, it can win any heart. And Allah made Musa alayhi salam's face and gesture and personality extraordinarily lovely, and anyone who saw him was very much moved. So when Pharaoh's wife saw him, she was hooked with him straight away with love. And that power is more powerful than any weapon. With weapon, you cannot win people's heart. With threat, you cannot win people's heart. But with loveliness, you can win people's heart. And that loveliness is also a mercy, a favor of Allah. So we should try to be lovely. Because with loveliness, we can win people's heart. With rudeness, we cannot. And also another hint we find here, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power to change people's heart. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to pray, Ya muqallib al-qulub, sabbit qalbi ala dinik. He used to pray, oh, the controller of the hearts, oh, the powerful one who can change heart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also changed her hearts so that she also was hooked up with the love of Musa alayhi salam. She took the baby to Pharaoh. Pharaoh initially wanted to kill him because he was a boy and he was from Bani Israel. So according to his specification, this boy needed to be killed. So he wanted. But he could not do for two reasons. And let us find out from another verse what is the reason. Chapter 28, verse 9. Chapter 28, verse 9. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing وَقَالَتِ امْرَأَةُ فِرْعَوْنَ قُرَّةُ عَيْنٍ لِّي وَلَكَ لَا تَقْتُلُوهُ عَسَىٰ أَن يَنفَعَنَا أَوْ نَتَّخِذَهُ وَلَدًا وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. Pharaoh's wife said, قُرَّةَ عَيْنٍ لِّي وَلَكَ. This baby is a comfort and joy of the eye for me and for you. so don't kill him. From this we find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed their heart, as well as Allah has put the loveliness in the baby. So they were hooked up. And the wife was making the plea, please don't kill him. Don't kill him. Asa, maybe an yanfa'ana aw nattakhizahu walada. It could be that he will be of use to us, beneficial to us, and he will bring some goodness for us, or we may adopt him as a son. So they adopted him. And yes, he brought goodness. He brought goodness. One most important goodness was that Pharaoh's wife, she found guidance, true guidance, and she became a believer. May Allah grant her Jannah, paradise. Ameen. So Allah said, وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. But they were not knowing the future. They did not know what they were doing, but it was all Allah's plan. So I said that for two reasons, Pharaoh did not kill him. One reason was his wife's request, plea, and another reason was that Allah had changed his heart. And he also got hooked up with the loveliness, with the lovely baby. Then they wanted to take the baby, they wanted to keep the baby, rear the baby, and they wanted to be the baby's guardian. But there was a problem. What was the problem? We also find from chapter 20, verse 12. Allah says, وَحَرَّمْنَا عَلَيْهِ الْمَرَاضِعَ مِنْ قَبْلِ. We commanded that he refused to breastfeed at first. So that became a problem, because Pharaoh's wife, she looked for the maids who could breastfeed him. So one after one they were trying. Milk mothers, they were trying. But because Allah has forbidden the baby Musa, they don't take any breast. They refuse. So one after one they were trying, refused. He didn't take. And that became a worry. How this baby is going to survive? He is not taking any milk. So that became a worry. And then to solve that worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala planned to send Musa alayhi salam, baby Musa's sister there to advise them. So what she advised, let us come back to chapter 20 again, to verse 40. إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفله. When your sister went out and said, shall I show you one who will nurse and bring up the child? She was actually not identifying her as the baby's sister. She was talking about her own mother, baby Musa's own mother, but without disclosing the real identity. In that desperate moment, she advised them that, shall I show you someone who is good, who is going to rear the child, look after the child, very caring, and I know I can recommend it. Because they were desperate, so they wanted to try her. And when they tried her, then baby Musa accepted the milk. Baby Musa accepted the milk, and that gave the Pharaoh family a big relief. And they thought that definitely this lady is perfectly fit to be the milk mother of baby Musa. Because all other milk mothers were refused by this baby, and now he is accepting, so this is fixed, and they were very happy. They were not happy only, they said, okay, you look after him and we will give you a salary. So mother got her baby back, and on top of that, mother got a salary from the government. And this is what Allah is saying. فَرَجَعْنَاكَ إِلَىٰ أُمِّكَ. So we return, that way we return you to your mother, O Musa. كَيْ تَقَرَّ عَيْنُهَا وَلَا تَحْزَنْ. So that you will be a joy for her eyes, and she would not be worried at all. So what do we learn from this? We learn that Allah has the ultimate power to save anyone from danger. Therefore, when we seek protection, when we seek shelter, safety, we should seek shelter, safety, protection to Allah. In our supplication, we should always pray to Allah to save us. For example, Allahumma hfazna or Allahumma hfazni min sharri ma khalaq. O Allah, save me, protect me from all the harm of the things that you have created. And this is a perfect example when a government and their all employees were in the killing mission, and there was no other way of avoiding that killing. There, with Allah's protection, Allah saved a baby, Musa alayhi salam, because Allah wanted to save him. So this is the end of this story. Allah saved baby Musa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.